This time, I would like to call the regular meeting. I have regular meeting to order, okay? Clerk of the board, please call roll.
Arencibia.
Present.
Emerald. Here. Lopez Zepeda. Here. Segura.
Here.
Solis.
Present.
Aguirre.
Here. This is the point on the agenda where members of the public may address the board on matters posted for the special meeting and in accordance with the Government Code Section 54954.3A. The board will provide an opportunity for members of the public to directly address the legislative body concerning any item that has been described in the in the notice for the meeting, before or during consideration of that item. Each person wishing to address an item on the meeting notice in closed session will have 2 minutes to do so.
There are no speakers.
If there are no further communications, then I will recess the meeting for consideration of the following closed session items as posted on the meeting notice. Number 1, student expulsions, suspended expulsions, reinstatements, Education Code 48916 to 48918. Students identified by case and ID number. Number 2, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, Government Code Section 54957. Number 3, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, paragraph 1 of subdivision D of Government Code Section 54956.9. Number 4, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, paragraph 2 of subdivision D of Government Code Section 54956.9. Number 5, conference with labor negotiator, Government Code Section 54957.6. We will now adjourn to closed session. time, I would like to call the regular meeting to order. Clerk of the board, please call the roll.
Arencibia?
Present.
Emerald? Here. Lopez Zepeda?
Here.
Segura? Here. Solis?
Present.
Aguirre?
Here.
Davis?
Here.
This is the point of the agenda where members of the public
No,
may...
sir. I'm sorry. You should be on the top of page 2.
My apologies. My apologies. The board met in closed session, that's correct?
The
Or
moment
no,
of silence?
I'm sorry,
Yes.
sorry. At this time, I would like to reconvene the regular board meeting. Clerk of the board, please call the roll, which we just did. We'll now hold a moment of silence and a pledge of allegiance. Thank you. Place your right hand over your heart, please. Ready, begin. The board met in closed session preceding this meeting to discuss the following issues. Section 48916 to 48918, students identified by case and ID number. Number 2, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, Government Code Section 54957. Number 3, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, paragraph 1 of subdivision D of Government Code Section 54956.9. Number 4, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, paragraph 2 of subdivision D of Government Code Section 54956.9. Number 5, conference with labor negotiator, Government Code Section 54957.6. And the board took the following action. Moved by Solis, seconded by Lopez Zepeda to approve the request for leave of absence for one certificated employee with a vote of Arencibia, yes, Emerald, yes, Lopez Zepeda, yes, Segura, yes, Solis, yes. At this time, I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda for the October 14, 2024 regular board meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
That was choral reading. Thank you.
Davis?
Yes.
Arencibia?
Yes.
Emerald? Lopez Zepeda?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Ms. Emerald, was that a yes? Thank you. Segura? Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
And now we will have a message from Superintendent Dr. Moises Aguirre.
Thank you, President Arancibia. Good evening and buenas tardes to everybody. Welcome to our October 14th meeting of the Board of Education. I hope everyone had a restful fall break, and now on to our update. Since our last board meeting, here are some of the schools that I was able to visit. I attended Southwest High School, Mar Vista High School, including the groundbreaking on their new athletic stadium project, Otay Ranch High School, Rancho Del Rey Middle School, San Isidro High School, Castle Park High School, and specifically for their college and career fair, which was amazing. I want to just a brief shout out to Mr. Games, who was the lead in organizing that wonderful event. In addition to these school visits, I also had an opportunity to meet with the following folks in order to further the goals of our district. I was able to have a meeting with the County of San Diego Health and Human Services in order to be briefed on the ongoing health and environmental crisis at the Tijuana River Valley and how it impacts our schools in that region. Met with the Office of Congressman Juan Vargas, again with the same issue. Met with the California Collaborative for Educational Excellence, as we are in partnership regarding our instructional program. Met with the leadership of Southwestern Community College to continue discussions and deliberations regarding an early middle college. Met with San Diego State's Department of Education. Also an opportunity to meet with the governor's office to advocate for support of the schools impacted, again, with the ongoing crisis, health and environmental crisis at Tijuana River, and attended the meeting of the Audit and Finance Subcommittee last week. Also was able to be at the CIF Board of Managers meeting last week. It's where the different districts come together to discuss issues regarding athletics. And on Friday, a number of us had an opportunity to attend a press conference by Assemblymember David Alvarez regarding the Phone-Free School Act. We will be working to draft a policy for our district. We have until July 1st of 2026 to finalize, but we already have a number of pilot programs that are happening across our district, particularly at the middle school level. So we'll take the learnings from that as we get ready to craft that policy also will be engaging with different stakeholders to make sure we gather as wide array of feedback as we can prior to bringing that forward for board consideration and deliberation. And so with that, gracias por la oportunidad de servir. Thank you.
Okay. We will now have a report from the Student Board Representative, Ms. Liliana Davids.
Good afternoon, everyone. On October 8th, I had the pleasure of hosting my third monthly meeting with the district's high schools ASB presidents. However, before I discuss some of the issues raised during my meeting, I would like to provide a brief overview of some of the activities that have been happening throughout the district's high schools and some of the upcoming activities. Throughout the past few weeks, we have been observing National Hispanic Heritage Month by celebrating the contributions of Hispanics and Latinos to the United States, running from September 15th to October 18th, or October 15th, ending tomorrow. This year's theme is Pioneers of Change, Shaping the Future Together. Is meant to capture the Hispanic experience's spirit of innovation, resilience, and unity. Celebrations, educational meetings, and Spirit Weeks have been taking place throughout campuses across the district's high schools with the support of many of the school's ASBs. Thank you to Superintendent Aguirre and district board members and all of our teachers, counselors, school administrators, and staff across the district who every day provide examples of successful individuals who students can look up to and admire as role models. October is also National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is a time annually devoted to educating everyone about breast cancer and to commemorate loved ones who are currently battling or have battled this disease. Tonight, I motivate you to look into ways you can help spread awareness for cancer, support cancer research, or educate yourself about breast cancer. The annual Susan G. Komen Race occurs on November 10th this year, as well as several other community nonprofit events that allow for raised awareness and celebrations throughout the month. Directly relating to the district, during the month of August, many fall sports started, ranging from football, cross-country, boys water polo, to field hockey, girls golf, girls volleyball, and girls flag football. During late October and early November, most teams across the district will be having their senior night, where they commemorate seniors within that sport and celebrate their accomplishments throughout their seasons. Additionally, many sports will be going into playoffs, and I wish all teams luck during their postseason games. Also, the voter registration drive has been ongoing since August 14th. I had the opportunity to participate in this year's first voter registration drive on August 14th at Olympian High School, where we had students show their support and register to vote. The other registration drives were on September 4th, as well as ones on September 18th and October 9th. We're hoping for continuing support throughout our final week as the voter registration drive continues throughout the district. Thank you so much for all your support throughout these past few months. Now moving to issues discussed during my monthly meeting with the presidents. Our discussion touched on their school climate and culture and many other factors that shape the student experience. There seems to be a reoccurring theme of many complications as it relates to bathroom usage and availability on campus. Last month, I spoke in detail about how understaffing correlates to availability of the bathrooms on campus. Often, there is only one bathroom per gender open on campus, leading to long lines, which then spiral into loss of learning and shortened break times. However, there are also privacy concerns related to the bathroom, there are also often staff members monitoring the bathrooms, thereby raising concerns that students' privacy is not being respected. Privacy while using the bathrooms on campus is an issue that should be looked into and addressed. On another note, related to campus bathrooms, menstrual products in the bathrooms throughout most campuses are mostly never stocked. This causes inconveniences to personal hygiene and hygiene issues for students, which should be addressed district-wide to make sure that the district is meeting the needs of the students. Another issue that was raised during the reoccurring problem of student parking, which is often limited on most campuses and causes inconvenience for students. Imagine waking up only 5 minutes late, rushing out of the house, and just those 5 minutes is enough for you not to have a parking spot on campus. Or better yet, imagine having to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. just to get parking on campus. And what happens if students can't find parking? Often, students have to park on the street near the school, which may make them late to class, as well as cause worries about the safety of their car throughout the school day. Finally, the district ASB presidents and myself would like to invite the board to join us during my monthly meetings with the ASB presidents. In these meetings, the ASB presidents share their input and perspectives on issues facing their schools throughout the district. The ASB presidents would like the opportunity to meet each of you, put name to face with each of you, and just have direct visibility with each of you. A suggestion would be that board members attend our monthly meetings, most of them virtually on a rotating basis, one board member for each monthly meeting, and speak with the group for the first 5 to 10 minutes of the meeting with no need to stay for the entire meeting. This will allow the ASB presidents the opportunity to meet with each of you and feel a more direct connection to the district leadership. I hold my monthly meetings Tuesday preceding the board meetings, with the next one being on November 5th in person. We would greatly appreciate the board's support with this request. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to item D1, correct? Where it is we're gonna conduct a public hearing to receive the renewal charter petition for the Altus School South Bay, ASSB, formerly known as Sweetwater Secondary. I will now open the public hearing. Are there any speakers?
Yes, we have 17 people who have signed up to speak, and I believe there's a presentation. I'm not sure who's leading
Right.
the presentation. Is it Wade or Trevor? Okay.
And then afterwards, we will have 20 minutes to speak, correct?
Are you giving 20 minutes total with the presentation or 20 minutes
Is
after?
it which one, what's the normal process for this, Ms.
It's
Macedo?
20 minutes per subject according to the bylaw.
So just
So-
let's give them 10 minutes for the presentation and 10 minutes for speaking?
I believe Ms. Carbuccia.
So what we have agreed to is 10 minutes for the presentation and 20 minutes cumulative for public comment for pro and con.
Okay,
So Mr.
thank you,
Wade
Ms.
would have
Carbuccia.
that ability.
I appreciate it.
Are you in control?
Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, I have the, do you want it?
Yeah.
Just press the over arrow.
Thank you. Good evening, members of the board, Superintendent Ngiri, district staff. My name is Wade Ashbrenner, and I'm the lead petitioner for the Altus School South Bay petition, formerly known as Sweetwater Secondary School. And I'm here tonight to share some facts regarding the petition. On August 15th of this year, we submitted a petition that contains of meeting all elements of a charter renewal petition. The California State Board of Education approved a charter for the school known as Sweetwater Secondary School on July 13th, 2017. The charter was initially granted for a 5-year term, later extended by 2 years through June 30, 2024, and then by 1 additional year through June 30, 2025 by SB 114. We now seek renewal for the 2025 to 2030 term under Education Code 47605.9B. The school operates under the Altus Schools Southern California nonprofit. Element D of the charter petition identifies the board members and their qualifications. This organization is dedicated to educational and charitable purposes, maintaining a tax-exempt status under 501c3 of the Internal Revenue Code, ensuring that the focus remains on delivering quality educational program to our students. Altus Schools South Bay offers an independent study academic intervention program for grades 7 through 12. Our dedicated teachers work closely with the parents to provide a rigorous and customized academic experience. Each student benefits from a personalized course plan, one-on-one attention from California credentialed teachers, individualized college and career planning, and a flexible schedule tailored to their individual needs. Since 2017, Altus Schools South Bay has become a popular option for families within the Sweetwater Union High School District. We have consistently served an average of 400 students per year, demonstrating our importance and appeal within the community. Altus Schools South Bay has shown a robust financial health over the preceding 5 years. Our financial management reflects our commitment to stability and growth. Over the 5-year period from 2018 to 2023, the reserves of the school have grown from $1.2 million to over $4.1 million, demonstrating prudent fiscal management. Our 4-year budget outlook remains strong, and with conservative revenue assumptions and a healthy reserve contributions projected through fiscal year 2028-29. This financial prudence ensures we can support our staff and meet our students' educational needs. Each year since its establishment, Altus Schools South Bay has been in good standing with its authorizer, the California State Board of Education. The California Department of Education performs monthly school oversight and has determined that the school meets all compliance areas of the charter petition and the MOU criteria agreed upon by the school and the state superintendent of instruction. You can see the MOU in appendices K and L of the charter petition. Our most recent WASC report dated May 22nd, 2020, Alta School South Bay was rated highly effective in all 20 areas of accreditation by the WASC team. Our state-approved resource centers are rated E-occupancy and located in the Plaza Bonita Mall since 2012, Otay Ranch 2018, Chula Vista 2019, and in 2022, under a material revision approved by the State Board of Education / CDE oversight, Bonita Road in 2022 was added. They provide a robust, supportive educational environment tailored to meet the needs of students and their families. From the moment you step into one of our centers, it is clear that the focus is on creating a nurturing and resourceful environment conducive to academic and personal growth of our students. The centers are professionally maintained, thoughtfully designed. The spaces are bright and welcoming, featuring modern furnishings and a variety of learning tools. The layout promotes a productive atmosphere with separate areas for group work, individual study, and even quiet reading areas. The centers also play a vital role in community involvement. They frequently host workshops for parents, which can be incredibly valuable for helping our families understand the educational system and learning how to effectively support their children in achieving positive learning outcomes. Our student population is diverse and mirrors that of the district. Many students enroll with us because they have not thrived in a traditional school setting or seek a more personalized educational environment. Current enrollment data reflects 75% of our students are socioeconomically disadvantaged. 95% of them are are considered minority students. 25% of our student population receives special education services, and 7% of our students are currently experiencing some type of homelessness. Our teachers. Without our teachers, the type of environment we teach in, our teachers are supported by a 12-month salary, 100% employer paid benefits for the employees and their families. And currently, we've had a 92% retention rate for our teachers over the past 5 years. Our primary focus areas is to improve student learning, provide a safe learning environment, and employing a highly qualified staff to support this diverse student population. All our teachers are currently leading edge certified for teaching in a hybrid environment by the San Diego County Office of Education. Our teachers are directly accountable for their students' progress, so they foster high expectations and truly become partners in transforming the students' lives. Some of our accomplishments of this past year are in 2023, Alta Schools South Bay achieved a 5.5% chronic absentee rate. This low rate is very important in the post-COVID world where a lot of students suffered learning loss and disengagement. We have a rising DOS graduation rate of almost 94% for all students. Alta Schools South Bay continues to provide a safe and supportive learning environment for all students it serves. The educational setting allows students to focus on academics and learn positive behaviors, and this is reflected in a 0% suspension and expulsion rate over the past 5 years. And we also survey our students to find out if their self-confidence is growing, and after 90 days, there's been a double-digit increase in the self-confidence of our students after enrolling in school. Part of the MOU is how our students perform to comparable dashboard alternative schools in ELA and math as reflected on CASP tests. Alta Schools South Bay in 2023, the ELA difference from standard resulted in a dashboard over 125 points higher than the San Diego County DOS school average and over 110 points higher than the state average for comparable DOS schools. In math, on the CASP tests, our dashboard results were 70 points higher than the San Diego County dashboard alternative school status schools and 77 points higher than the state DOS school average. Understanding a student's level of English proficiency allows our teachers to tailor their instructional strategies and materials to meet the specific needs of each language learner. This targeted support is crucial for helping students acquire the English language skills necessary to fully participate in the curriculum and achieve academic success. As you can see from our dashboard results on the English learner progress, it was 10.7% higher than the county dashboard alternative school average and 15% higher than the state average for similar DOS schools. Again, I want to highlight the chronic absentee rate as it compares to the county and state averages for DOS schools. Again, 5.5% chronic absentee rate. Also, we want to highlight one of the greatest accomplishments for Alta Schools South Bay over the past 5 years has been exceeding the county and state averages for graduation rate for all the students that attend Alta Schools South Bay. For the last year, 94.4% graduated, and for many of them, this was a life-changing achievement to graduate from high school. We continue to support our students. In closing, pursuant to our performance on state and local indicators reported on the California School Dashboard supports our renewal. Alta Schools South Bay has consistently demonstrated academic achievement, financial stability, and positive outcome for its students. Our proven track record, verified by CDE oversight, its financial reserve, and our commitment to the students and the communities we serve make us a compelling case for renewal of our charter. Alta Schools South Bay is more than just a school. It is a vital lifeline for students who need a different educational approach to succeed. We urge you to support our renewal. Thank you.
The first speaker I have is Melissa Chafee. And we may have some people outside. If your name is called, you can come in. The speaker after her will be Joelle Diaz. Oh, we had turned it up. I think it's on now.
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for allowing us to gather here this evening. My name is Melissa, and I'm a parent of a student at Alta School Bay. My son has been a part of this school for a little over a year now, and I was referred to the school by a client of mine at work. He's a retired dean and spoke highly about the school and felt like it would be a perfect fit for my son and his needs. And he was absolutely right. Since my son has been attending Altus, I've noticed a major improvement in his academic performance. My son was never motivated to go to school in the past, so seeing the change and his motivation today means so much to me as his mother. He also learned how to become more accountable and take ownership. We struggled in all of those areas for years. I'm a single mom and self-employed, so having flexible schedules and support from Mrs. Kelly and his ED ladder coach, Ms. Vargas, has helped us so much. We work as a team and have great communication daily/weekly. I believe Altus schools should be renewed because it provides students like my son the chance to succeed in ways traditional schools might not. I'm a SUHSD alumni myself, class of '08. However, I feel like every student is different and should have the option to choose what is best for them and their academic needs. So thank you for your time. I ask that you, the members of the board, approve this petition for Altus School Base. Thank you.
Joelle Diaz. And then will be Brenda Jacobo.
Good evening, members of the board. Thank you for allowing me to speak today. My name is Joelle, and I am a current student at Alta South Bay. During my time here, I have greatly benefited from the flexible learning environment and dedicated support of my teachers, Ms. Kelly, and my ed ladder coach, Ms. Vargas. Since attending Alta South School Bay, my mental health has significantly improved. The ability to balance my schoolwork with my personal life has been invaluable. I have learned to set and achieve my goals, which has been incredibly empowering. One of my earliest memories at the school was completing an essay with my guidance of my ed ladder coach. I felt supported through the writing process and generally enjoyed learning. My positive experience here can also be seen in my GPA growth, reflecting my academic improvement. A particular memorable experience was a field trip to an Asian American film festival. It was inspiring to see animated films created by people my age and to learn more about their culture. Additionally, a class that has profoundly influenced my future aspirations is marine biology. I appreciate the opportunity to choose this class along with others as I plan my future. When I attend When I attend school, I feel safe and extremely supported. This environment has been crucial for my personal and academic growth. I respectfully ask that you, members of the board, approve the petition for the Alta School South Bay Charter Renewal. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Brenda? Brenda?
I'm gonna get a little bit emotional because my daughter, she's autistic. She's been rejected. She's been in many schools from Sweetwater. This one, oh, good evening, everyone. So my name is Brenda. I'm a parent of a student, and she's in Alta School South Bay. She joined when she was in 8th grade because she needed the environment that truly supports her IEP. She has one, and everything she needs. What I love most of Altos is the personalized attention each student, especially mine, receives from everyone, Ms. Warner, everyone right there. The teachers really take the time. They really do care about the students. They support the students. That's what I can feel. The research center is safe. It has the latest technology. That's what I do love. And my daughter, she loves it too. The atmosphere is calm, and I can feel it because of the paint and everything around. And her academic has been growth in a great way. They listen to us, tailor the teaching to her needs, and ensure she feels supported every step of the way. I kindly ask you to please approve the petition for Altus South Bay to stay. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Aurora Valle?
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Aliyah, and I'm a student at Alta Schools South Bay. Since joining the school, I have experienced incredible growth in my learning. What I love most about Altus is the ability to learn at my own pace and the flexibility of my schedule. The one-on-one support I receive here has made a huge difference, something I didn't get at my previous school. I've also had the chance. Amazing. One of my favorite memories is writing an essay on Gerard Way, my favorite artist, in my drawing class. My teachers, Ms. Ortiz and Ms. Warner, know how much I love My Chemical Romance and tailored my learning to include my interest. That meant a lot to me. I kindly ask that you approve the petition for Alta School South Bay. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Aurora Valle? Is Aurora? Aurora?
Greetings, members of the board. Excuse me, I have a cold, so my voice may come in and out at a time. So, thank you. I would like to thank you for your time in allowing me to speak today. My name is Aurora, and I am a student at Altus School South Bay. I am here to speak on behalf of Altus. At my time at Altus, while that being the span of 2 years, I have been able to step out of my comfort zone by being able to complete a college class with a grade of A. Although this seems like a normal thing for a high school student to do during their academic years, I did not have the typical high school experience as an Altus student. It is much different. They help you pick their times for you to come to school and have a flexible learning. See, I did not believe myself. I did not believe in myself for one bit that I'd be able to complete a college class, let alone have a passing grade of an A. But thanks to the motivating and supporting help of my teacher, Miss Emmer, I was allowed to. Altus leaves you with an impact, whether that be academically or personally, by growing your bond with your teachers and peers. As I know myself will leave with a great impact, that I will become something by the confidence that I grew here and by the grace and support that my teachers gave me. I get motivated to do better and aim higher because they believe I can. This has helped me on a personal level, as I never thought I'd be good enough for college, yet I find myself speaking to my teacher about which classes I need to register for upcoming spring. I believe Altus should be renewed because it provides students like myself a chance to grow, uncover your potential,
and motivate students like myself to believe in themselves a little bit more each day they step into the classroom. I would like to thank you again for allowing me to speak today and approving this petition for Alta School South Bay. Thank you for your time.
Brian Olson. And then Alexa Perez.
Good evening. My name is Ryan Olson, and I attend Alta Schools South Bay. In the past 10 years, I've attended 7 different schools, both public and private, in 2 different countries. Most of the schools I've attended varied in both teaching and coursework. In my opinion, Alta Schools South Bay is one of the best schools I've been able to enroll in. In the past, I've struggled in many classes, each led by their teachers and teaching styles. Mr. Haas, my school teacher, has skyrocketed to the top of my list in only a few lessons. The attention each student receives is second to none, and the flexibility to take 1 credit or more per month, as well as the ability to take college courses at the same time, is something I have not seen to this extent before. I would also like to add that the ability to homeschool while attending in-person schooling twice a week or more gives students the ultimate flexibility in their coursework. I never thought I'd want to take a college-level course before actually getting to college, but thanks to Mr. Haas's guidance, I'm not only confident, but taking 2 college courses at the same time. This center has been the center that I attend has been pivotal in my educational growth, and I would hate to see it not renewed for fear of depriving other students of the same opportunity. Thank you for your time.
Alexa Perez. I know, I believe our speaker is blown and we didn't know, but we have staff outside that I'm texting the names to so that they have the people ready. Thank you, though.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexa Perez, and I've been a student at Alta School South Bay for 5 years. Today, I want to talk about why our school should be renewed. My experience here has been transformative. This school has taught me responsibility and organization skills that I know will benefit me for years to come. The support I receive from my teachers is invaluable. They genuinely care about our growth and help us set and achieve both short-term and long-term goals. As a non-native English speaker, I've greatly improved my language skills, thanks to their individualized attention. This support has not only enhanced my academics, but also boosted my confidence. For this reason, I believe that Alta School should be renewed. This way, we can ensure that future students have the same opportunities and grow. Let's continue to foster an environment where every student feels valued and supported. Thank you for your time.
Denise Perez.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Denise Perez, and I've been a proud student at Alta School South Bay for more than 5 years and prompt to graduate in May 2025. Today, I want to share why our school is not just a place for education, but a supportive community that transforms lives. At Alta School South Bay, I've experienced personalized support from my teachers, Ms. Diaz and Ms. Liz, that has been invaluable. They don't just teach, they mentor. Each of them has taken the time to understand my strengths and challenges, helping me complete my credits and achieve my goals. This personalized attention has made all the difference in my learning journey. One of the most significant benefits of our hybrid program is the flexibility it offers. Instead of juggling 6 classes at once, like in a traditional high school, I can focus at 1 class at a time, and this approach has allowed me to truly engage with the material and balance my academic responsibilities with my personal life, which is crucial for my well-being, mental health, and success. I believe that every student deserves the chance to learn in an environment that caters to their unique needs, just as I have. Closing our school would mean taking away this incredible opportunity for current and future students. Let's work together to ensure that Alta School South Bay remains open so more students can experience the growth, support, and flexibility that have made such a positive impact on my life. Thank you for your time.
Kathy DeGolier. Sorry.
Good evening, board. Thank you for your time and for listening to us. I am here as an example and proud alumni of Alta Schools and what it's done for me, and I'm confident what will do for my son. Transitioning into my second career in human resource and management, my 20 years plus in law enforcement, Department of Defense, Chula Vista Police, and San Diego Sheriff's has really humbled me and showed me how to take things in stride. I have been blessed, especially with the structure and foundation that I had from Altus. The very basics and strengthening of my foundation come from the Altus schools. My life beginnings, like many others, were rough. The society had already stamped their stamp, you know, when you come from either poverty, neglect. As a minority, they had already decided where I should stand, and I refused. Especially back then, and it was my AVID teacher who saw my potential. She reached out not just to myself, but to Altus directly, and it turned into a saving grace, an opportunity for those of us who needed a non-traditional alternative to succeed, but did not have the support or the resources. Fast forward to today, and I'm seeing firsthand as a parent how important school choice is for students. Like my son, he hasn't had the best experience in a traditional school. And, you know, being the big kid in class, he went through a rough time, severe bullying, isolation, verbal abuse, even had a knife pulled out on him when he was in 4th grade by a 6th grader. He missed a lot of days in school. He hated school, didn't want to attend, no motivation, you know. And even though he could go ace his test, it was just not something he really wanted to do. He just hated the environment. I realized that my son would benefit from following in my footsteps and regret not having him put him in the system, in Altus sooner. He is like me in so many ways, from his potential right down to his appetite. So I'm going to tell you, this Altus school offers a unique alternative to success. It began with a vision, and the motto back then was Dare to Dream. Right now, a lot of kids don't dream. They don't see themselves put anywhere. Traditional schools don't foster that. When you have a dream, you have a vision. And when you have that vision, you make a plan. And that's what helps you. Altus does that when they work with you independently. They see what your weaknesses are, they see what your strengths are, and they help you foster and grow, take accountability, responsibility. I'm an example of that. And I'm proud to say that, you know, had I stuck in a traditional school, I would have been a lost soul. And I know it. You know, and now I look at my son and I'm like, well, you're just like me, kid. Guess what? You're going to Altus. So I am excited. He's already, you know, saying, Mom, I want to start my own branding. Mom, I want to do this in merchandising. In school, it goes death.
Okay.
But now, I think my time's up.
Elizabeth Tamayo.
Good evening. Hello, my name is Elizabeth Tamayo, and I am the parent of 2 students at Altus South Bay. I am the member of the Student Side Council, and also I attend ELEC meetings. The great communication that I have with the teachers keep me involved with my children's education. My son Guillermo has been in Altus for 4 years. And my daughter, Isabella, has been in Altus for 2. Altus has been good for my children. The fact of the matter that they're not bullied. They've been bullied at the traditional school. Since then, they like going to school. They don't nag. I think you guys should approve this school because it's easier for me as a disabled parent who can't take my kids to school. They work from home, and it's way easier as I can provide a safe environment for my children. Therefore, I am begging you to approve our petition, please. Thank you.
Mari Acevedo. And then Daisy Jimenez.
Good evening, board members. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak today. My name is Mari, and I am here as both a concerned parent and deeply grateful one. My daughter has been a student at Altus School South Bay for the past 3 years. And during this time, I have witnessed firsthand the profound difference this school has made in her life. Altus School South Bay is not your typical school. It is a place that nurtures the unique needs of its students, providing a safe and supportive environment for children who may not thrive in traditional settings. For my daughter, Altus Schools South Bay have been nothing short of a lifeline. My daughter struggles with severe anxiety and depression. The thought of a large traditional school environment was overwhelming. And I truly don't believe she would have been able to succeed in that setting. However, at Altus School South Bay, things have been different. The personalized attention, smaller class size, and compassionate staff have allowed her not only to manage her mental health, but to excel academically. She is thriving with A's and B's, something that would have been unimaginable in a traditional school. Altus School South Bay has provided her with the tools, support, and encouragement to face challenges she previously thought were insurmountable. She is growing, learning, and more importantly, she is hopeful about the future. Renewing Altus School South Bay would be an asset for my daughter and countless other students who rely on this school's unique approach. These children, like mine, have found a space where they are seen and supported for who they are, where they don't have to choose between their mental health and well-being and their education. We cannot ignore the vital role Altus Schools South Bay plays in helping students with specific needs thrive. Renewing Altus School South Bay School, I'm nervous. Altus Schools South Bay School, give me a second. Okay, renewing Altus School South Bay, I don't know, I made a typo, I think, would be, no, Altus School South Bay School would send the message that these children's needs are important and their success matters. My daughter is proof that with the right environment, students who struggle can excel. I urge you to consider the impact this decision will have on the children and families who, thank you.
Daisy Jimenez?
That was good. That was so good. Good evening, board members. My name is Daisy Jimenez, and I'm a parent of an Altus School South Bay student, and our family is incredibly thankful to have discovered Altus School. We were just walking literally by the street and saw it. After relocating from Chicago, our son initially attended to another school where he was bullied daily for the first 4 days. It was really bad. It was heartbreaking to see him head to school feeling scared and anxious. How can students concentrate on learning when they feel like they can merely trying to get through the day? Like they cannot focus, they're just anxious and emotionally devastated. Everything changed when we learned about Altus School South Bay. From the first day, he felt safe, encouraged, motivated once again. The personalized learning approach was exactly what he needed, and it increases the level of responsibility. The teachers at Altus go above and beyond, to be honest. They were always available and eager to assist whenever students encounter difficulties. This level of care has made a significant difference for our son, and I'm really grateful for that. One of the greatest benefits of this school system is that it allows him to earn college credits. And as a mother, I couldn't be prouder to see him thriving in college while also excelling in the cadet corps. The school support has not only helped him succeed academically, but also foster his growth as a leader and responsible young adult. Beyond achieving academic success, Sweetwater emphasizes important life skills like being on time, showing respect, helping peers, setting boundaries, and communicating effectively. These are invaluable lessons that are shaping him not as a student, but also as a well-rounded individual. We are deeply grateful for this positive impact Altus has had on his happiness, motivation, and future. I ask you to please, members of the board, approve the charter petitions. Thank you for your time and consideration.
You've reached the 20 minutes. We have some speakers left, but
That's 20 minutes, then we close the conversation then. Okay, thank you very much. We will move on then to the presentation. We'll close the conversation, I apologize, from that point forward. Clerk of the board, could you please read the items being pulled from the consent agenda?
no, sir, you're actually at the public communication.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the point of the agenda. I'm completely got thrown off by the public hearing. I apologize. This is the point of the agenda where members of the public may address the board on any matter not on the agenda and have 3 minutes each to do so. Pursuant to board bylaw, the board may limit the time for public comment on any single topic to 20 minutes per topic. The Board of Trustees cannot legally take action on or respond to matters not posted on the public agenda, but will refer the matter to the superintendent's office for review and report. Speakers shall refrain from using profanity and shall speak in a respectful manner. Thank you for your cooperation.
Renilla Calderon Magbuhat.
Good evening, Board of Trustees and Superintendent Aguirre. My name is Renilla Calderon Magbuhat, and I'm a counselor at Bonita Vista High School. I'm also a founding member of the San Diego chapter of the Filipino American National Historical Society, also known as FONS. I would like to take this time to acknowledge that October is Filipino American History Month, which was started in 1992 by FONS National Chapter and officially recognized in 2009 by U.S. Congress. October is specifically Filipino American History Month and not Heritage Month. History is inclusive of heritage and culture, but also includes stories of how Filipinos contributed to our nation through our political struggles, our experiences with equity, the impact of our waves of immigration, our activism, and so much more. Filipino American History Month is specifically celebrated in the month of October to commemorate the landing, the documentation of the first landing of Filipinos in aboard a Spanish galleon in what is now known as Morro Bay in Central California on October 18, 1587. Filipino American History Month celebrates the many accomplishments of Filipinos and how they have contributed to the building and shaping of our country and to American history. One such example is the 1965 Delano grape strike, in which Filipino farm workers initiated the strike through the leadership of union leaders and activists Larry Dulay Itliong and Philip Vera Cruz. Together, they convinced Cesar Chavez and his men to join the Filipinos to fight for fair wages. The initiative and bravery of the Filipinos and their solidarity with their Mexican brethren led to increased wages, medical insurance, fairer hiring practices, and the banning of toxic pesticides. The grape strike, which lasted 5 years, is viewed as one of the greatest labor movements in modern history. Filipinos make up much of the Asian population in the Sweetwater district. Our students have the privilege and access to Filipino American educators at our schools. Our students are fortunate to see themselves reflected in the faces of their teachers, counselors, and administrators, many of whom serve as role models and as advisors for the Filipino clubs. Some schools have also commemorated Filipino American History Month at their schools by holding special assemblies and having facts read over their bulletin. Thank you to the board for adopting Resolution 4928 last month, which recognized October as Filipino American History Month. Thank you also for sponsoring the district-wide Parent-Student Magkaisa Conference to support our community. On behalf of the Magkaisa Committee, I would like to invite you all to the conference this Saturday at Sweetwater High School from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. The conference is open and free to all and will include a keynote speaker, Melissa Masiha from Channel 10 News workshops, as well as entertainment and lunch. We hope to see you there. Thank you. May we have a meaningful...
And I just want to offer a note of clarification. There will not be a vote on the renewal of the charter petition this evening. Per procedure, today is only the public hearing. The action vote comes at a subsequent meeting. I just want to make sure I clarify, folks, for those who may be around, if you're expecting a vote, that comes at a separate meeting. Thank you.
Paul Wapnowski and Maribel Arroyo. It's okay, we'll wait.
Yeah. Thank you for coming, please.
Thank you.
For your patience.
Let us know when we could get started. Can the kids drop some information off in the meantime?
Is that Nick and Josue as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Just let me know when you'd like me to begin.
yes. Please go ahead.
Okay, great. Hello, my name is Maribel Arroyo. I am one of the 7 counselors at Sweetwater High School. You guys all have the flyer with some of the information that we're going to be presenting tonight, so please feel welcome to check out those QR codes with some of the resources we're covering. I'm here with one of the many great teachers at our site, Paul Webnowski. We are here to speak to you about some of the great work our students are doing in the peer mediation program. One of the many things they do is offer a new student orientation. After remote learning during the pandemic, we resumed school in person. As we know, many students struggled with this transition back to school. Needless to say, our new students especially struggled with the transition back to a new school. In collaboration with peer mediation and Sweetwater High School counselors, we developed our new student orientation to offer a warm welcome to our school, an opportunity to learn about the richness of Sweetwater High School culture, to hear about support services for students we have, and a chance to connect with a peer mentor to learn about clubs and sports on campus. Born out of necessity, but here to stay, our new student orientations have been a nice addition to our school culture, a project only possible with the leadership of our peer mediators. Let me hand it over to Paul Webnowski, who could speak to some of the other outreach our peer mediators offer at our school campus.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Paul Webnowski, nice to see you. So first quarter, the higher ups at Sweetwater said, Paul, I need you to deliver the anti-bullying content from the district and get it to students on our site. And so what we did was take your amazing presentation and we reimagined it and created Devils Against Mistreatment. And we spent a couple of weeks right before fall break delivering a short but really impactful presentation to about 30 classes at Sweetwater, and all student-led by, of course, amazing leaders like Josue and Nick here. It was really well received, man. I heard it was had teachers coming up and just were super appreciative of having student and adult testimony, and just a solid lesson on empathy to go along with the data and the good stuff there. And peer mediation courses across the district are using Community Matters Safe School Ambassador program, which teaches the peer mediators, gives them skills to combat mistreatment on campus without creating conflict. And for the first time, last year we started this with Nick and Josue leading the way. We got into classrooms, across the board, mostly 9th, 10th graders, and they taught the content, and it was really powerful. So I want to pass it on to Nick and Josue, let them talk about it.
Hi, my name is Nicholas Acey. I'm a second-year peer mediator.
Sorry, they did fill out a card, these two.
Okay, no, I know. I was going to say restart if
Yeah,
you
no,
could, please.
we
Go
got
for
it. Thank you. Sorry.
Go for it.
ahead.
I'm a second-year peer mediator at Sweetwater High School. I'm also the president of the club, and I was just going to talk about the experience of the club over the last 2 years. An important event that we hosted was our anti-mistreatment presentation. In the presentation, I personally had a video testimony about talking about a time I was mistreated on campus. Showing the video to hundreds of students was really difficult. It was hard for me to stomach, but I knew it was important for me to get my message out there and let students know that they're not alone when they're being mistreated on campus, and there's other people here that they could talk to. And I'll pass it on to Josue.
Hi, I'm Josue. I'm Vice President of Peer Mediation at Sweetwater. And I want to talk about the school orientations that we give at Sweetwater. I believe that the orientations peer mediation give are very uplifting. New students throughout the year already get a brief walkthrough of the school when they first attend, but our orientation gives new students the knowledge of our staff and important parts of our school. I've seen how students make new friends and get more comfortable learning about our extracurricular activities and sports. It's very interactive and helps students get comfortable with each other. Which takes me to our Safe School Ambassador training. The training we took was very helpful. Personally, I've learned how to be a better listener, communicator, and simply a better person. I've implemented what we've learned not only in my environment, but also to my day-to-day life.
And I'll continue with the SSA training that we did. And after going through it for 2 years, I can definitely say you learn a lot really quick, but the information doesn't overwhelm you. And it's all very useful stuff that I've used a lot. And we also, along with the training, we have a lot of bonding exercises during the training to get closer to our fellow peer mediators. And that training made me make a lot of friends that I don't think I ever would have talked to if we didn't do the training. And just to close out, me and Josue are, oh, this was meant for the beginning, but we have a lot planned for the year. And while I'm not sure we're gonna be able to accomplish everything we want to, we definitely think everything we have planned is all for the benefit of our school, and we think that peer mediation is just one of the most important programs at our school. And we hope that we can orientate a lot more students. I know that they've been enjoying the orientations. And while so far we haven't done many referrals where we have people refer to us and come talk to us, we're just trying to push it as much as we can. And I'm hoping that this year we'll get quite a few referrals and we can push the program out so that the next few years we can continue the program and keep building it and building it and building it. Thank you.
Thank you for your efforts.
Elizabeth Lowenstein Garcia.
Good evening, school board, Dr. Gary, and all in attendance. I'm Elizabeth Lowenstein Garcia, president of SCGA. Happy Filipino American History Month. Today I attended the San Diego County Community School Summit along with Ms. Lopez Cepeda. And one of the quotes they shared today was, quote, "Belonging is a feeling that we are part of a larger group that values, respects, and cares for us, and to which we feel we have something to contribute," close quote. Are our school counselors in our district valued, respected, and cared for in the scope of our entire district? I would like to, again, address the allocation of district funds towards external programs like Carpe and Wishwell, and how these initiatives are impacting the core functions of our school counselors in our district. While I understand the intent behind these programs is to provide additional support to our students, I am concerned that funds spent on these external programs are supplanting the college and career and social emotional work that our own talented counselors are equipped to handle. Our counselors have the experience, the knowledge, the relationships with students that are essential for delivering the individualized support that they need, especially when it comes to navigating college and career pathways and addressing social and emotional challenges. Instead of outsourcing initiatives through programs like Carpe and Wishwell, I urge the district to consider reallocating those funds towards building capacity within our own counselors. This approach not only empowers our counselors, but ensures continuity and stronger relationships with students and families. In a time when college and career readiness, as well as student well-being, are more important than ever, I believe we should be leveraging the expertise we already have in our schools rather than outsourcing these critical services. Please be reminded that the American School Counseling Association has a recommended counselor caseload of 250 to 1. Our district now has a counselor caseload of 360 to 1. Our district can better serve the college career, social and emotional needs through lowering caseload rather than outsourcing the work to programs like Wishwell and Carpe. Thank you for considering this perspective, and I hope we can work together to prioritize and invest in our district's counselors as the cornerstone of our student support. Thank you.
Yusef Miller.
Good evening. My name is Yusef Miller. I'm with Clean Earth for Kids. I am the equity advisor for this organization, and sending around to you a letter to the superintendent and the board of Sweetwater Union High School District. And I want to thank you for the invite to Trustee Emerald for inviting Clean Earth for Kids here to let you know what we're all about. Clean Earth for Kids is an organization with kids from middle school all the way up to college. And what we do is we lobby for earth-friendly bills. Earth-friendly bills that will stop pesticides, plastics, clean air, clean earth, clean water. These kinds of programs we have our youth thoroughly engaged in. And when I say thoroughly, I mean we even go to the Capitol, up to Sacramento, and this year we visited over 100 offices. We don't call it lobbying anymore, we call it educating elected officials on the ramifications of some of their bills and some of their toxic pesticides. Now, I want to say openly that sometimes we go into greening. We want more trees, we want more flowers and plants, and this is great. But sometimes there's a secondary unintended consequence, which is increasing pesticides. So then when it rains, those chemicals run off. They impact the children, they impact the environment, they impact the animals, which is our neighbors. So it's an unintended consequence, but we need to be aware of it and deal with it. A lot of our animals are dying, and if you have the fish consuming the poisons, and the animals that eat the fish also consume the poisons, our pollinators, and so on. According to your website, Sweetwater Union High School is using the following pesticides, and I won't read them all because you have it in front of you. And I'm not here to bash Sweetwater. I'm not. We're here to form a relationship so that we, Clean Earth for Kids, can work with you to find non-toxic alternatives to some of these pesticides that you're currently using. So as I'm saying, again, that we are not here to shame or anything like that with Sweetwater. We're here to be a support. And you can see on page 9, I'll jump to page 9, safer approaches. Safer approaches that we offer to you. We help you understand these safer approaches and how to use them. And there's also websites to videos about these integrated pest managements that are non-toxic, that still work. There are other counties that also use these management tools. Goleta Union, Oak Park Unified, Seattle University, in the city of Malibu, the entire city uses and has stopped using pesticides. So it can be done. We can do it in the name of our children, the staff, the parents, our animals, and our neighbors, that we need to protect this environment. So all of you have this. Please feel free to reach out to Clean Earth for Kids. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kenia Peraza.
Good evening, board members. I'm here because of two things. The first one is to support my friend and candidate, Angelica Martinez, who is running for Sweetwater Trustee Area 2. She's a mother and a warrior of special education. The word warrior might sound a little bit too much, but that's what special education mothers are. We're warriors each day. So our kids have a great day every day, and for them to receive an appropriate education. But for them also to have an inclusive environment. We need to fight for these rights in these districts, because there have been happening several problems around. And we're also advocating not only for basic education, but also for our children to be treated correctly, for them to be treated with kindness and the respect they deserve, and also with knowledge, proper knowledge. That's why every staff member in each school should have a proper training and certification. Each staff person who, and I'm not just talking about aides or teachers, also cafeteria people, security people, because there's a lot of kids of special education coming, and they're coming even more. And So everybody should be prepared to how to deal with certain situations. Like, I don't know if you know, but like the last thing that a person should do or a staff member should do with a special education kid in case of a if he's overwhelmed or overstimulated, the last resource should be putting their hands on top of them. That's putting their hands on top of them. It's only if they're in danger, like if they're gonna run across the street and they're about to hit by a bus. That's the only moment where a staff member should put the hands on a kid. And by trainings, I mean CPI trainings for that every year gets updated. So I encourage you for everybody to have a CPI training. And the second thing, I'm here just to invite you to educate yourself a little bit with maybe just some books. I'm holding here one, some of the ones that I'm reading, but this is really helpful. It's called Autism and Education by Dr. Temple Grandin, who is one of the pioneers on speakers and knowledgeable about autism. I think this is really, really easy to read, and I think it will help you all to understand everybody and the challenges that a special education kid faces every day.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Angelica Martinez?
Good evening, Dr. Aguirre and trustees. I come before you with a deep concern about the direction of our district. First, regarding Measure RR. I am alarmed that the district is asking voters for another bond measure to accomplish what Measure DD passed in 2018 was supposed to do. This raises serious questions about financial accountability and whether the district has effectively used the already allocated funds. Why hasn't that happened if Measure DD was supposed to address critical needs? Why are we going back to the voters for more money without the transparent reporting on the results of the last bond? Secondly, I must address the discrepancy in how raises are handled in the district. While top administrators, including the superintendent, have received raises since 2006, our teachers and staff, the very people who directly support student achievement, are not being compensated fairly. This mismanagement of priorities sends the wrong message to the individuals who are the backbone of our district. If we truly value education, we must value those on the front lines. Finally, I urge voters to think carefully before making your vote. Our current trustee has been on the board for 4 years, and at the time, he promised transparency in the voter information pamphlet, but we have seen none of it. The district's finances remain non-transparent, and parents' concerns go unheard. Academically, we are still below state standards according to California Dashboard. Our students deserve better leadership that listens and takes action. With 23 years of experience as an educator working with diverse student populations, I know what our students need. I focus on improving academics, supporting teachers and staff, and increasing transparency and parent involvement. We cannot continue with the status quo. It's time for a change that prioritizes students, teachers, and parents. Thank you very much.
Kathleen Cheers?
I am the eldest of 4, daughter, daughter, space, son, son, raised by middle-class parents. My sister and I were raised with expectations, importance of family, respect, hard work, and doing your best. My brothers, whom I dearly love, raised with excuses and enabling. Boys will be boys, it's not that big of a deal, the teacher doesn't understand, mistakes happen, yada, yada, yada. My eldest brother passed away from liver disease due to drug and alcohol abuse. My younger brother is in his 33rd year of a life without possibility of parole sentence in a California state prison. I'm sharing this after last month's meeting, during which parents appeared to say they expect teachers, administrators, Dr. Aguirre, and this board should be doing more to prevent children from choosing illegal drugs. I doubt if these same parents would want drug-sniffing dogs or body searches to become the norm. Sweetwater students are not babies. They own their choices. Our teachers, administrators, and the district's charge is to educate, not parent. Parenting is hard. Mine were not perfect. I am more of a Judge Judy type parent and grandparent. I was not their friend. My nickname is Mo to my family, and there's a saying in my family, Mo does not play. I raised them with the mantra, to those who much is given, much is expected. One of my priorities was and is respect, especially for teachers. I hold them in high regard as the mother of 2 special ed teachers, both with their masters, one with a doctorate. And mine knew any call from a teacher would result in major consequences. Middle and high school years are the precursor to the real world, and like Mo, the real world does not play. A respectful recommendation, parents align with the teachers, serve as a united front. Your child will benefit, trust me. Next topic. I attend and watch these meetings to learn, and I speak to raise concerns and share. I do not attend or watch these meetings to see those running for the board turn these meetings into a campaign rally. What I have observed recently are tripods, cameras, political speeches, and arguing with Board President Aaron Sibia and Ms. Facedo about bylaws. If you're going to run for the board, it's wise to know the bylaw. What I find most curious is after the speeches during the public comment, the tripods are broken down, cameras are put away, and out they go, failing to stay for the rest of the meeting, thereby showing they have no intention of observing, learning anything about the business of Sweetwater. In closing, anyone listening, trust me, I am not on any of these people's Christmas card list. None of them. I'm closing. Undoubtedly, the word cheers to these board members triggers a PTSD response in some cases. Thank you very much.
No further speakers?
Then we move on to item F3.
No, sir, you need to set the consent agenda?
I'm sorry, Ms. Macedo, I am scattered today. You got me. I apologize.
It's okay. Shall I read the items being pulled?
Yeah, can we get the items being pulled from the
Yes,
consent
sir.
agenda?
Item F3 by staff, item G9 by the public, item H1 by the public, item K1.
Move to approve.
Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Second. Arencibia?
Yes.
Emerald?
Yes.
Lopez Zepeda?
Yes.
Segura? Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Now
Now
we
F3.
move on to F3,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Correct. My apologies. F3, do we have comments from one of the board? Go ahead, Trustee Emerald.
Thank you. I'll be as quick as I can. I've got 3 items. As Ms. Davis mentioned at the beginning of this meeting, our student representative, the voter registration continues through this week and into next week. We're closing in on about 1,400 students who've registered to vote. These are 16 and 17-year-olds pre-registering and 18-year-olds who are very excited about the election coming up. Also, beginning this next week, we will begin a district-wide program of teaching our 7th and 8th graders and our 9th and 10th graders how to save a life. CPR and AED. They'll be taught by EMTs and other people in the district who are familiar with these life-saving techniques, and it will go at 10th graders. And then after the first of the year, there will be a new schedule where our 9th and 10th graders will come in and help teach our 7th and 8th graders. The ultimate goal being that all of our students eventually here at Sweetwater will know how to save a life if someone goes down with a cardiac arrest or is injured otherwise on the field. So we're very excited about that. But some sad news. Before the break, or during the break, I attended a funeral for an alumni of Otay Ranch High School. His name was Austin Makatar. He was 30 years old, just 30. He had just turned 30. He was a police officer in the city of San Diego. And because of a high-speed chase and a car out of control, it's crashed into his cruiser, and he died in a fiery accident. I attended the memorial service at the Shadow Mountain Community Church in El Cajon, filled to the rafters, literally, by fellow law enforcement from throughout the state, family, friends, a huge community here in South Bay that loved him and respected him and wanted to show their respects as he was laid to rest. He followed in the footsteps of his father, who was in law enforcement. He admired his father so much, he wanted to get out there and do it too, to protect the public, to enforce laws and make our community safer. So we want to wish a fond condolence to the family and wish Austin a peaceful journey wherever he winds up next. So thank you.
Trustee Lopez Cepeda.
Okay, so fall break took a lot of activities out for me. Trustee Emerald and myself attended the Mar Vista groundbreaking for their new athletic field. With Trustee Segura, I attended the Sports Medicine Golden Bell validation visit, and you'll announce the results of that. And I attended the open house by the National Electric Contractors Association and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers at the ETI, which is the Electric Training Institute. Got it. And this week I attended Castle Park's College and Career Fair with Trustee Segura and Superintendent Aguirre. And this morning, or today and tomorrow, I am attending the Community School Summit with 37 other members of the district.
Trustee Segura.
Thank you. Oh, I'd like to thank you for all that participation, Vice President. You're retired, but it's still.
He said the key word there.
But still, you still prioritize what you believe in, and that's these students in our community. Yes, so I won't go over the same things that the Vice President mentioned, but yeah, I went to the college and construction fair at Castle Park, and they did it a little different this year. They did it at the end. I guess it was the last period, 2 periods of the school, so there was a lot more attendance, and the trades were there, and the colleges were there, and it was really well attended. And the students, I went over to the construction team there, and they were all excited to show us everything they built or wired or plumbed, and they're very, very proud. And I know I've heard actually Mrs. Cheers mention how it really, and we're moving in a direction. I can't say we're moving in that direction, but I think it'd be a great direction that if I could, I'm running out of meetings here, but if there's a way to figure out that there is a specific site that really is all about construction and engineering in that pathway, I think that would really be a big draw. I know that's a big step, but I think that is truly a great, it'd be a great pathway and it'd be really, I think it'd be highly utilized in our, especially in our community. We come from mostly working class, environment, and but I just see the work that the Director Wahid Ibrahim and through the superintendent and everybody involved, how they've improved, those programs and the votes that we've had here, showing those teachers, hey, you're as good as the teacher next door, right? With pay. It's very expensive, but well worth it, for truly valuing these individuals. And because we were losing them, we were training them, then they were gone. Now, at least we have a shot at keeping them. And when they leave, that hurts our students, because then they have to, find another teacher. And but I just could see that, envisioning that would be a very great thing. And then I just had a question. and I meant to ask it last time, I'm just kind of curious what our strategies are on anti-vaping and a vaping program, you know, for students, because I understand that sometimes happens in bathrooms and things like that. And I kind of just want to, I know we have a plan, but maybe if we could get an update on that, I'd appreciate it. And then I took my daughter back to Santa Barbara to start her senior year. And when I was walking with her, we were just at her dorm, and right on the front door of their building, on the door of the elevator, and they had like a mental health QR code. That just boom, you're right there. If you feel you need some help, just if there's not a counselor around or a teacher around, there's somebody that I know we definitely have programs. I know that in place, but I think that would be a really make a big improvement, I guess you could say, if somebody really needing help, they're thinking about it. Yeah, like a QR card, just like that. But I just was really kind of thought that would be a good thing for us to, if maybe we could put a plan together and stuff. I know we don't need more work, but that's definitely well worth it. With just with the state of some of our students, especially the ones that are still they're probably in freshman, sophomore in high school that are 7th grade. The ones in 7th grade right now, yeah, they're through coming out of COVID, they really
They were traumatized,
very traumatized, and I feel really, really bad for those students. So, anything that we can do to help. And I'd like to thank the, at Castle Park, they're showing they came up with another drone and time-lapse video of Castle Park, the field. And that's really, if I post something on my social media, everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to know what's going on there, and are very happy that things are progressing smoothly there. And I think that's about all I have. Yes. And I'd like to thank everybody involved in helping to get the batting cages done at San Isidro High School. So thank you.
I just wanted to mention a couple of things. It was really an honor to work with Representative David Alvarez and speak about the new legislation that will be taking away the cell phones from schools, and I think it will also calm down schools a little bit in terms both on campus and in terms of bullying, and I think it also helps students to focus. So I think that's an important thing. And I also wanted to thank the folks at Bonita Fest, Max Branscombe, who is, I don't know how long he's been doing it, but he's been doing it probably since the first Bonita Fest, and how much he includes Bonita Vista High School. My kid was one of the ambassadors, but the Music Machine, Sound Unlimited, and even the Sunnyside band played. And it's really cool to see the Bonita Fest transition into a new phase. And post-COVID, we were all wondering what it would move into, and it's moved into something very different, but at the same time beautiful. I'd like to say, happy birthday to my kid, turned 17 on Sunday. And it's a blessing to actually think about college, but it's also the most tragic thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? The separation anxiety is real. And with that, I think we'll move on to the next agenda item. Yes? G9?
I have one speaker, Angelica Martinez.
Good evening, Dr. Aguirre and trustees. I'm here again to express my concern about the lack of transparency regarding the Williams Act complaint. The Williams Act was implemented to ensure that all students have equal access to safe, clean, and functional facilities. However, the vague reporting on this matter does not provide the community with the facts we need to understand the scope of the problem or the district's plan to address it. One significant issue is that many schools are out of compliance when they lock restrooms during school hours, leaving only one bathroom available for hundreds of students. This not only is a violation of the law, which requires restrooms to remain open and accessible to us students during the school day, but it also creates unnecessary stress and discomfort for our students. I ask for transparency Parents should not have to dig through layers of bureaucracy to get straightforward answers about compliance issues that directly impact the children's daily school experience. It is our right as a community to be informed of how these complaints are handled and what steps are taken to correct these issues. Please make this process more transparent and ensure that the schools are held accountable for fulfilling their obligations under the law. Our students deserve nothing less. Thank you for listening.
No further speakers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Arencibia?
Yes.
Emerald?
Yes.
Lopez Zepeda?
Yes.
Segura?
Yes.
Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Item H1.
I have one speaker, Elizabeth Loainsing Garcia.
Hello again. Just to address the mental health, on the back of all staff and student ID cards is information about 988, the mental health hotline, so all students have access to that. It was Suicide Prevention Month last month, prevention and awareness, and I don't think the district sent out anything about that, resources and curriculum or things like that. So just that. And the vaping is happening every day, all day at our sites. It is a problem. So I'm sure you all know that, but I just kind of wanted to address that. It's inundating your administrators. But I want to talk about the College Connect app, which is item H1. We're concerned with the College Connect app. The counselors in our district have not been using this app as intended. Some of them don't even know what it is. I didn't know what it was. So it's raised some concerns over its overall use. The app is also only available on Android phones, so it's not available for iPhone, Apple phone users. In a recent request to Dr. Winters, we asked for data on how many students and parents actually use College Connect, because none of the counselors do. Many of our counselors believe the district's resources would be better allocated towards supporting the California College Guidance Initiative, CCGI, which we approved last month. Unlike College Connect, as I mentioned before, CCGI offers a more integrated approach, allowing counselors to access, support, and track student progress on their CSU and UC apps, as well as their financial aid applications. CCGI is a more comprehensive platform and aligns better with the needs of our students and counselors, providing real-time oversight and guidance on the college application process. So we respectfully ask that the district prioritize getting CCGI fully implemented and functional, rather than focusing on resources like this College Connect app, which may not meet the specific needs of our students and staff effectively. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
No further speakers.
I have a question about the app. Is it serving our needs, or have you heard reports about problems accessing it with the cell phones that are out there now?
Yeah, so in terms of that particular question, I'm not aware. I'll ask Dr. Winters. I'll also ask that Ms. Vicedo scroll down. I believe the fiscal impact is that there is no fiscal impact, so I'll ask Dr. Winters to elaborate. Dr. Winters?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for that question. So it's a free app, and it is accessible to all students. In fact, I'm just pulled it up on my iPhone, so I'm not sure where the information was that it was only in Android, so you can't access that information. It allows a family, the idea of the app is to let families, students and their parents get direct access to their college availability, to whether they're on track for community college, 4-year, et cetera, and make direct connections to some universities if they're interested in applying. So it starts a direct connection between students and universities.
Our speaker is back here looking, everybody's got their phone up here. Are you looking it up there?
Hmm? I actually went into the Apple store first to try and find it because I wanted to download it and kind of play around with it. I couldn't find it, so I went to their website, and you can only download it from Google Play. So I don't know if it's no longer supported by Apple. I don't know, but I was trying to access it myself, and I couldn't.
We should look into it, just to make sure that that students have the capacity to be able to access if they can, or if there are some questions about it, maybe put out a little something to educate people about how to use the site.
Yeah, I'll ask Dr. Winters to look into that matter.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Arencibia?
Yes.
Emerald?
Yes.
Lopez Cepeda?
Yes.
Segura? Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
All right. We will move on to K1.
Yes, I have one speaker, Kathleen Cheers.
I hope I pulled the right one. You'd think after all these years I know classified versus certificated, but must be the shampoo. Okay. I've been involved with Sweetwater since I was 12. As a student, mother, volunteer, team mom, committee member, and constant at these board meetings for 20 years. I'm now 74, so that's a few years. Along the way, I've come to know, either by personal interaction or reputation, many, many, many employees of all classifications. Each month when I review these agenda items, I often feel sad at reviewing the retirements or separations of those who gave much to Sweetwater. Upon reviewing tonight's agenda item, I saw the name Melania Aubrey. Let me be clear, I do not know Ms. Aubrey, other than that of reputation and the high regard so many have shared. As a matter of fact, I could not pick her out of a room of people if she was sitting right next to me. Her many years of service to Sweetwater and her impeccable reputation for hard work, integrity, and expertise prompted me to acknowledge her departure and to publicly thank her for her service. Please do not interpret my comments as a negative towards Dr. Gavin. While she is another person I do not know personally, I do know someone who worked under her. You know who I mean. And this person had deep respect for Dr. Gavin, defining she called her Gavin, with these words: Gavin is hardworking, but more importantly, the woman is by the book. To quote an old saying, the Grossmont's district gain is hiring Miss Aubrey is most definitely a loss for Sweetwater. Thank you, Miss Aubrey, and in the words of the old Western movies, happy trails. Thank you.
No further speakers.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Arencibia?
Yes.
Emerald?
Yes.
Lopez Cepeda?
Yes.
Segura? Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
Goodness. It's L2, last item for the night.
Yes, I have one speaker, Kathleen Cheers.
I pulled this agenda item for two purposes. The first, to thank Ms. Quirk for the consistent courtesy she shows each month, except this month. She didn't this month. When I send agenda item questions, her taking the time to respond saves me pulling the item during the meeting and taking up the public's and the board's time. The second is even more important. Ms. Cheers having a facility question is as constant as the sun rising, as are my unsolicited differing opinions regarding project priorities. However, I have found some misinterpret my comments. It is imperative that one does not interpret my comments or objections as a lack of trust, expertise, or professionalism on Ms. Quirk's part. Dr. Aguirre knows firsthand how passionate I am on the facilities topic, as he can attest after many years of meeting with me. No doubt, on a bad day, he takes a breath and quietly whispers, "It could be worse. I could be dealing with cheers." Thank you, Ms. Quirk, for understanding my passion. Notice I did not say agreeing with me. Undoubtedly, I am sure some days, though, as my daughters would agree, I sure wish she had a mute button. Thank you very much.
No further speakers.
Motion to approve?
Second.
So, was that L2?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Segura pulled it.
So I was just going to comment, I was very happy to see that that we're doing some, or going to vote on engineering work and site work that for the new building at Castle Park High.
Yeah.
So I truly appreciate that.
And it's funny, at the rally that we were at this weekend, I had somebody from, one of the community members come up to me and goes, "How come at San Diego Unified they rebuild the buildings and it's taken us so long to do it over at Sweetwater?" I go, "It's not us. We're trying very hard to catch up." So I'm very happy to see this. And he goes, "It's a long time coming." And it's nice to hear the community affirmation about that. So.
We
Make
had
that
a
motion.
motion and second, but thank
Never
you.
mind.
I'll withdraw my second.
Oh, Okay.
I second.
Thank you.
He's only got a couple of meetings left. You gotta make it, make it worth it.
Arencibia?
Yes.
Emeralds? Yes. Lopez Cepeda?
Yes.
Segura? Yes. Solis?
Yes.
Motion passes 5-0.
And with that, we close. Thank you all. Meeting adjourned.